आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः दीपज्योतिः परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिः परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिः दीपो हरतु मे पापं सन्ध्यादीप नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः भूदीप ब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुराव्ययः भूदीप ब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुराव्ययः आरोग्यं देहि पुत्रं च मतिं स्वच्छामि मे सदा शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
I request all to rise for the Kul Geet.
जयति जयति विद्यासंस्थान जयति जयति विद्यासंस्थान गिरिशृङ्गो सेऽभिनन्द्य गङ्गा जयति जयति विद्यासंस्थान जयति जयति विद्यासंस्थान शिक्षा आदर्शों में उन्नत जीवन शिल्पी गुणचनारत शिक्षा आदर्शों में उन्नत जीवन शिल्पी गुणचनारत श्रमं विदान किमपि साध्यत यंत्र कला कौशलभ्यां जयति जयति विद्यासंस्थान जयति जयति विद्यासंस्थान जन जीवन प्रासाद उठाकर सेतु बांधु खंड जुड़ाकर जन जीवन प्रासाद उठाकर सेतु बांधु खंड जुड़ाकर अंतरिक्ष में यान उड़ाकर जयति जयति विद्यासंस्थान जयति जयति विद्यासंस्थान सर्वजन हित जीवन मित्र स्वर्ग शोभा सर्वजन हित जीवन मित्र स्वर्ग शोभा स्वर्ण विहार जयति जयति विद्यासंस्थान जयति जयति विद्यासंस्थान प्रेरणा से दीपित मन स्वप्नों से हर्षित लोचन प्रेरणा से दीपित मन स्वप्नों से हर्षित लोचन नए सत्य की राष्ट्र जीवन कल्याण जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान इंद्र विशंको से अभिनंदित गंगा जल करते कल्याण जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान.
Thank you, dignitaries. Thank you to the volunteers of Sanskrit Club. I now request Professor Anil Kumar Gauri Shetty, convener of the conference, for welcoming the dignitaries and submission of the conference report.
Participants from all parts of the country, including one special guest from Dubai, who is a 8th class student, came to present a poster in this conference. Are you there, Bhadra Priya? Yeah, please stand up. Thank you so much for coming over here and making all of us happy and increasing the quality of this conference. Please take your seat. And students, colleagues, family members, and dignitaries on the stage, I welcome you all to this valedictory function of National Youth Conference on Indian Knowledge Systems. So it is really my pleasure to introduce today's dignitaries. Professor T.G. Sitharam, currently he is the chairman, All India Council for Technical Education, New Delhi, since December 2022. He was the director of IIT Guwahati from July 2019 to December 2022. He obtained his BE Civil Engineering from University of Mysore, Masters from IIC Bangalore in 1986, and PhD from University of Waterloo, Ontario, Canada in 1991. He worked as a lecturer at University of Waterloo and later moved to University of Texas at Austin, USA. In July 1994, he joined IIC Bangalore as faculty in the Department of Civil Engineering. Over the last 35 years, he has carried out research and development in the area of geotechnical and infrastructure engineering, seismic microzonation and soil dynamics, geotechnical earthquake engineering, and has developed innovative technologies in the area of earth sciences, leading to about 500 technical papers and 20 books. Next, we have a guest of honor, Professor Raghavendra, who has just now delivered a keynote speech on tech innovations in yoga sector. So even though the introduction was given at that time, so as a customary as part of this valedictory program, Professor Raghavendra has completed several research projects in rheumatoid arthritis, prediabetes, diabetes, CVD risk prevention, and cancer using both yoga and naturopathy interventions. He has experience in working in reputed institutes like S. Vyasa, Swami Vivekananda Yoga Anusandhana Samsthana, also it is S. Vyasa University, and HCG Bangalore Institute of Oncology. He was an advisor to INYS Medical Research Society, Jindal Nature Cure Hospital, and a transdisciplinary university at Bengaluru. He completed Indo-US study on yoga and pre-diabetes and yoga and HIV with UCSF School of Medicine, San Francisco. He completed his PhD in 2007 and joined Healthcare Global Enterprise Limited, Southeast Asia's largest network of oncology hospitals, as a senior scientist and head CAM program. He has set up a department of CAM at Healthcare Global Enterprises, which has been accredited by European Society for Medical Oncology for integrative oncology. He has experience in conducting global clinical trials, managing biorepository, cancer registry, clinical repository, clinical audit, and EHR. He has also undergone NABH assessor training by QCI. He is currently the director, Central Council for Research in Yoga and Naturopathy, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India since 2019. And CCRYN has been constant supporter to this IKS National Youth Conference. Thank you so much, Professor Rao, for your continuous support. Next, we have Professor Durgesh Pant. He is amongst the earliest adopters and pioneers of computer science and information technology in the Uttarakhand Himalayan region of the country. He is credited with establishing the Department of Computer Science of Kumaon University, Nainital, as early as 1989-90. He has been instrumental in the establishment of many institutions as head of the department and convener of computer science, Kumaon University. He has extensively worked for strengthening the open and distance learning paradigm since 1994 through his association with Indira Gandhi National Open University, first as its counselor and later as its coordinator from 1999 for about 11 years. He has also been associated with the establishment of Open University in the state in Uttarakhand in the year 2005. He established Uttarakhand Open University School of Computer Science and IT in July 2010. He established Dehradun campus of Uttarakhand Open University in November 2010 as its founding director, resulting in open distance learning's phenomenal spread in Garhwal region of the state since then. He also held the additional charge of the director, Uttarakhand Space Application Center, for about 3 years. Under his guidance, USAC scaled new heights and started several new initiatives in association with ISRO and other organizations of repute. So, two guests of honors and chief guest who are here on the stage. They have been constant supporters to the IKS activities, and I'm sure the kind of activities happened in this IKS National Youth Conference, they will help the organizing committee and also the IIT Roorkee community much better help from the dignitaries in coming times. So with this introduction of the dignitaries, let me give you a brief report on the conference that started on 25th of August at 3:30 with the inaugural function. And as part of inaugural function, we have released 3 books. The first book was Archaeometallurgy from India to Rigveda, from Rigveda to Ramayana. And Satyanarayan ji, who is one of the co-authors, he delivered overview of the book very nicely. Due to shortage of time, he could not deliver more facts. I am sure participants will get more benefit during lunchtime by interacting with him. Then second book was the compilation of 108 Subhashitams during COVID Sanskrit Club IIT Roorkee in collaboration with Samskrita Bharati. They organized 5-level online course, how to teach Sanskritam using technology. And from about 40 countries, IIT Roorkee has received 14,000 plus registrations. And finally, 3,000 plus participants were able to clear the level 5. And with 2.5 years of continuous hard work, we were able to come up with the book, which was released during the inauguration. And also one Mahakavi Dr. Manohar Lal Arya from University of Patanjali, book written by him was also released in the inaugural function. So you can see when we say IKS Youth Conference, it started with the release of books, which is a good practice. So this also gives us responsibility next time whenever we do something. So we try to continue this tradition that we need to publish the books, generate the content related to IKS, which are useful to the scientists and technocrats. And then we had a keynote lecture by Professor Michel Denino, the significance and the role IKS plays in our present education system. And we had a talk by Harsh Chauhanji, how to integrate knowledge embedded in tribal communities to the mainstream communities. And then we had a talk by Mahavir Agarwalji, who is a Pro Vice Chancellor of University of Patanjali. And then we had a talk by Professor Ramasubramanian on the topic, does it make sense to revisit IKS? So with this fundamental question, he ignited many minds in the participants, and it has generated a lot of interest, how and why IKS work has to be done. And we have a poster presentation from more than 200 participants from across the country. And it has generated a lot of interest to interact among the participants. And a wonderful panel discussion was held yesterday, where we have people from different backgrounds. And the title of the panel discussion was Significance and the Road Ahead. On this topic, panel discussion was held. And wonderful culture programs by Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat team members from across Uttarakhand and team from University of Patanjali, who have taken us to a different world in yesterday's cultural program. And students from IIT Roorkee, they have also performed cultural programs. And today, 3 persons from different states, they have come together and given a demo on how to debate from Indian perspective, Shastrartha Pradarshanam. And many more keynote lectures and talks happened, and workshops also happened the day before yesterday night. So this kind of activities in the IKS National Youth Conference, that organizing team wanted your active participation. Thank you so much for participating more than our expectations. I thank you very much for your active involvement. And with this, I invite Professor Gantimurthy, National Coordinator of IKS Division, for opening a portal developed by IIT Roorkee to assist IKS Division to generate the certificates that normally IKS Division requires to provide to the students and staff, faculty members regularly as part of their IKS research schemes and also institute internship schemes. I invite Professor T.G. Sitharam and other dignitaries to take the photo. Okay.
Thank you, Professor Gauri Shetty. I would like to invite our Honorable Director of IIT Roorkee, Professor K.K. Pant, to deliver the opening remarks.
Namaskar. Very good afternoon to all of you. Our chief guest of the day, Professor T.G. Sitharam, Chairman AICTE. Our guest of honors, Dr. Raghavendra from CCRYN, Director, Ministry of Ayushman. And from Uttarakhand, our own DG of UCOST, Uttarakhand Council of Science and Technology, Professor Durgesh Pant. And the convener of this very important sessions or the program, Mr. Anil Gauri Shetty, all the distinguished speakers, keynote speakers, those who are here, all the faculty colleagues of IIT Roorkee, all the participants, their family members, those who are here. Once again, a warm welcome in the IIT Roorkee campus. I hope you must have visited the campus and got some opportunity about the historic buildings. And when we talk about the Indian knowledge system, IIT Roorkee owns the culture. It is in the Devbhumi of Uttarakhand. The morning session, you must have, I think early morning, those who are wakers, you must have heard some couple of sloks, right? The noise, right, of the songs, right? And this is what our culture, which is in Haridwar, we have a river Ganges and lot of temples, lot of other kind of religious monument, religious places. You know, when you talk about this kind of conference, we have mentioned it for youth, but there is a need for everyone to follow up. And these 3 days conferences, right, 3-day conference, which has made several, right, intellectuals in front of this dais and given their thoughts, given their presentations. But what is the way forward from here for all these youths is very important. Around 808 million, right, youths are in the, right, if you look at the country. 60%. I'm talking all those, right, within the age of 35. They are, but the responsibility when you talk, it is for all of us. Every citizen has to take the lead that how the knowledge can be validated. Although there is no need of the validation, I always say that it is already proven, already validated. Already Granths are available, Upanishads are available, Purans are available, Vedas are available, and they are already proven. There may be some kind of scientific validation for the Ayurvedic medicines, plants, herbs, right? And that is where all the scientists, all the youths have to work. This is the era where every citizen of India, when we say Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, when we say one earth, one family, one solution, so we have to prove it and transfer it to the entire globe that we are capable of, right, developing the technology, and we already have most of these proven thousands or 2000 years back, right? We have the culture. We follow those cultures. We respect, right, women. We respect our elders. So there is no need to say it again and again. It is already mentioned in our Granthas. So I'm sure that the torch bearers are here. They have given you some kind of, right, message through their talks. There were more than 230 posters, and I'm happy to know that the international participation was also there, but it has to be increased more and more, right? The message should go to the entire globe. When we talk about one earth, one family, one solution under G20, that India, right, श्रेष्ठ भारत, एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत की जो कल्पना की गई वो है, एंड उसको हम कैसे विश्व तक ले जा रहे हैं, विश्व ग्रुप बनने की जो बात कर रहे हैं हम लोग, किस तरह से हम अपनी नॉलेज को ट्रांसफर कर सकते हैं, उसमें यूथ का बहुत बड़ा योगदान होने वाला है. So I'm sure that all of us will propagate it, because something is nucleation, which is already been done. Then the next step comes out the propagation, and that is to be done. And then chain will automatically start. So this is a kind of chain propagation in any reaction where you have to take the lead and transfer, because there the participants are limited, but there all the universities, the message should go. Every university should adopt this kind of knowledge systems. We all at IIT Roorkee has already implemented under National Education Policy of 2020. The course of on Indian knowledge system has already been implemented. We do teach the yoga, we do teach the meditation, and several other components of this IKS. But miles to go, lot of things are to be done, and that is, I think, the role of our youth is very important. This is where we have to train our young generation. I mean to say that the kids, right, at your home, because it should be started from your home itself, and then it should be transferred to the neighbor, and then tell them the message how to make others happy. If you are able to make others happy, you will be happy. And that is the, I think, the lesson or the motto which we have to tell to everybody. So with these short words, I again welcome to all of you. I hope that your stay in the campus was very, very comfortable. Please do visit our campus again and again. Please give us the feedback in what way we could, right, make it better, or in what way we can take it forward in future also. Thank you. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Professor Pant. Now I invite guest of honor, Professor Raghavendra Rao, to address the participants.
Very good afternoon once again to everybody. Respected Professor T.V. Sitharam, sir, Chairman AICTE, Professor K.K. Pant, sir, Director IIT Roorkee, Professor Durgesh Pant, sir, Director UCOST, and Professor Anil Kumar, sir, and all the dignitaries of the dais, speakers, students, research scholars. It gives me immense pleasure to be here on this August gathering, to be part of this IKS. Indian knowledge systems is incomplete without having the traditional roots of Indian medicine. So trying to integrate those traditional roots of yoga as well as that of the Indian medicine is very, very important today. The reason why I say this is because today it's become a part that we are trying to learn the yoga from the West. If we have a yoga conference here, people want to see how many international speakers are coming to talk on yoga. But we have so many Indian speakers also, right? So we need to give impetus and more chance to these Indian speakers. It's an unfortunate situation there, no doubt. Because if you see the amount of contributions done by the Western media or Western literature or researchers on yoga is very immense compared to India. India contributes only 20% of the publications on yoga. US contributes 40% of the publications on yoga. Imagine. That has been the state today. So we are now, they are trying to preach yoga to us. You heard about Yoga Alliance in America, right? They give certification programs for yoga teachers training courses in India. So they are selling their certificates in India today. It has become that situation. And Indians are queuing up to get those certifications. So unfortunate. So we need to change this scenario, and the IKS is the platform where we can bring and create awareness among the population, among the intellectuals, among the scholars, among various diverse ethnicities as well, where we can showcase the might of the Indian yoga, might of the Indian culture, might of Ayurveda, might of medicine. And this is very, very important. And what I would like to also begin by taking is CCRYN is also doing a lot of work in the field of yoga, especially with respect to documentation. So we are being taking up the various manuscripts which are available in various national libraries across India, compiling them and making a lot of books on yoga. We have made a yoga dictionary. The first yoga dictionary is there. You can look at this yoga dictionary on the Ayush portal in the Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. It's there for everybody to see. All the terminologies used in yoga, what these terminologies in yoga mean, are available on this e-dictionary, free of cost. You can just go there and then type the keyword, you'll get the meaning of it. So we also can do the same thing. Now we have got so many books and we have got so many apps also on yoga. These are teaching learning apps. We have the apps on Patanjali Yoga Sutras. It's available on Play Store. We have the app on Hatha Yoga Pradipika, where you can learn this particular shlokas from the Hatha Yoga Pradipika. We are now coming up with an app on the Hatha Ratnavali as well, Yoga Taravali as well, and many more apps, such apps are on the Google Play Store. So I think people are not aware of these apps. So we would also like to involve IIT Roorkee, sir, the IKS platform, where these e-books of CCRYN will be made available to the IKS platform in IIT Roorkee as well. So that it can be on one particular platform, and knowledge is for sharing. Be it Ministry of Education or Ministry of Ayush, we are both working towards public good and public cause. So why don't we come together, collect this information, because we are all working in silos. Let's work together, get this information on a common platform, and that should be the way forward, I feel. And I would like to give this, I would like to give my own commitment to this initiative, where we're going to launch these e-books and make it available on the IKS platform as well as on the Ministry of Ayush platform. So more and more people can benefit from these books and from this literature. So a lot of about 10 books are there. The books on Upavasa or fasting. So what has been told about fasting and Upavasa, and how Upavasa was used as a chikitsa in Indian tradition or Indian culture. So a lot of interesting things are there in that particular book. Okay, similarly, we have on Yoga Bhashya of Patanjali, we have everything about yoga and Upanishads, everything culled out from the Upanishads, what is there on yoga. We have got yoga from the Puranas. So we have the Hatha Yoga Pradipika translation of complete text of Hatha Yoga Pradipika of yoga. We have Garanda Samhita. We have the Patanjali's Yoga Sutras translation as well. So all these are available, and we're going to make it available on the e-platforms now in some of the days to come. Hard copies of the books also going to be available. Once we get the clearance from the ministry, we'll make it available to the public and all the libraries across the country, free of cost. So thank you all for this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Rao. I now invite Professor Durgesh Pant, the guest of honor, to address the participants.
Thank you. Good afternoon to you all. Very eminent chief guest today, Professor Sitharam, Chairman AICTE, Director of this premier institution that happens to be more than 175 years old institution, the oldest institution, engineering college of this country. And that too in the last leg of those colonial era, and especially last leg of those slavery of 1,000 years. So from that one, from Thompson College to becoming IIT Roorkee, a premier institution, And to this day, in 21st century and this third decade, when we talk in terms of traditional knowledge system, and heading this lovely institution, Professor K.K. Pant, and the convener of this program, Professor Anil Kumar, and guest of honor, Professor Raghavendra, a very distinguished faculty of this premier institution, distinguished guest, and those who have come from all around and participants who participated in this conference, and especially one who has come from Dubai. So salutations to her for making it to this place. See, because this institution is out here in Uttarakhand, and Uttarakhand happens to be Devbhumi and land of Himalayas, and we know for certain the kind of traditional knowledge it has already had. And we always chant, we are in a country, we are in a land where we say, Ano Bhadra Kato Yantu Vishwata. Rigved, and more than 3 millennia back, when we say all noble thoughts come to us from all directions, every around, from everywhere. So we hail from this land, from this beautiful land where we say knowledge is everything. So what has happened over the years, especially these slavery years of 1,000 years, somehow this entire education system, somehow this entire, the way it was all ransacked, all our universities, all our systems. So finally we left with all of this. But now it's a time of rejuvenation. It's a time of, again, re-scripting this entire history that we have. And this is Amrit Kal. So this is a fantastic time for all of us. And somehow from yoga to yoga, it became, from knowledge to knowledge. So everything got, so that kind of system it became. So, but now is the time when we have already reached out to a place. So Chandrayaan-3, and 2 days back, we could do that part, and especially South Pole, we could do that when we can do that. Why can't we make it? Why can't we make it the kind of knowledge systems that we have? Mathematics we have, geometry we have, architecture we have, everything that is there. So all systems have it, but it's a fantastic civilization that we have. Always we have talked in terms of Sarve Bhavantu Sukhino, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kashyatu Bhag Bhavet. Never ever any civilization. There are, of course, they have their own set of traditions, they do the way they have, but the kind of ethos which is there out here, which talks in terms of well-being of everyone, it's not there everywhere. So once it is there, so let us, this conference and 3-day conference must have, it must have given us new ideas, new thought, technologies and technology interventions. So now is the time when we can do so many things, and because science has been all there. So, this is 2 days back, ISRO chairman. So he mentioned so much is there. And in fact, we draw so much from all our Vedas, from our Upanishads. So time is that when we really reach out to all those things, and from that one to take out to all those who need it, especially to our youth. So as Professor Pant said, more than 60% of the populace of the country, it is youth, which is which is below 35. So need is there to really bring them to the cause of this Indian ethos, Indian traditional system that we have. And because so many premier institutions are always involved, and as this Ministry of Ayush, we say, and Ayurved, we have Uttarakhand is a land of Ayush. We say Rishikesh to this. Uttarakhand is a land of yoga. Uttarakhand is a land of all those traditional practices. So possibly ideal opportunity, ideal moment, especially for a premier institution like Roorkee, to bring together all those things, and with the infusion of technology, with the infusion of science, we can possibly through this, and especially after Chandrayaan, we can have this one more yarn out here, which could really take us to another level. So with this, and I wish you all the very best, because Uttarakhand, as Uttarakhand Science Council, Science and Technology Council. Whatever we can do from our side, that we are more than willing. And while I was with Uttarakhand Science Education and Research Center, so we developed certain practices, especially for our Vaidya, especially for our Vedic informatics. With Shanti Kunj, we have a center, and through that we did many things that time round. So maybe we can integrate all those, whatever we have done. So rather than being in silos, we can integrate all those insights that we had that time around. So all the very best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Durgesh. Now I invite all the dignitaries present to award the winners. First, I'll be announcing the award winner of IKS IITR logo making competition, Shivanshu Verma, MSc Chemistry, second year, IIT Roorkee. Now, I will be announcing awards for the best poster presentations at the IKS Conference 2023. And we will announce the names of all the authors. However, the award is only for the presenter, who is requested to come up on the stage and receive the award. Award for the theme IKS-based approaches in mathematics, metallurgy, astronomy, and physical sciences is given to the poster titled Exploring the Antiquity of Mineral Assets in Indian Text. The authors are Vineet Sharma and Venkit Narayan Ramanathan. The presenter is supposed to come on the stage and get the award. Next, the award for the theme Indian Tradition of Art, Music and Dance is given to the poster titled Effect of Indian Raga on Cognitive Functions. The authors are Ashish Gupta, Kumar Gaurav, Tarun Reddy, Braj Bhushan, and Lakshmidhar Behera. The next theme is Indic Traditions of Architecture, Design, and Planning. There are two posters that have been awarded the prize of Best Poster in this theme category. The first one is Scientific Investigation of Hindu Temples as Cradle of Ancient Indian Knowledge, a synthesis of Vastu Shastra, Sacred Geometry, and Mathematical Proportion. The authors are Saurvi Datta, Vanshna Gupta, and Dibjyoti Mukhopadhyay. The second poster is Bioenergetic Architecture, Application of Vastu in Contemporary Architecture. The author is Raman Vig. The next theme is Indian Perspective on Economics, Management, Public Administration and Governance. In this also, two posters have been awarded the best poster title. One is a systematic review and assessment of ancient Indian wisdom of Vidura Niti for personal growth and well-being. The authors are Rala Bandi Venkata Sai Bhav and Bhavani Shankar. The second poster is Harnessing the Power of Indian Tradition in Management Education by author Sumit Mishra. The next theme is Sustainable Agriculture and Food Preservation. The award goes to the poster titled Consumer Perceptions in Purchasing Patterns of Organic, Conventional, and Hydroponic Vegetables, Exploring the Nexus with Sustainable Agriculture in Jaipur. The authors are Pooja Kashyap and Monica Jan. The next theme is Traditional Indic Practices of Water and Environmental Conservation. The winner poster is Environmental Conservation Techniques Embedded in the Dharma Shastric Knowledge Tradition. The authors are Arushi Nigam and Subhash Chandra. The next theme is G20 theme Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, One Earth, One Family, One Future. The winner poster title is Microplastic Pollution in Aquatic Ecosystems, Bridging the Gap Between Past Ancient Era and Present Day for Sustainability Solutions. The authors are Abhishek Bharti, Sayami Bhardwaj, Vandana Mishra, and Radhe Shyam Sharma. In the next theme, Indian Philosophical Systems, there are two posters that have been awarded the Best Poster Prize. The first one is Vaishnik Darshan Evam Bhautik Vigyan by Dr. Munish Kumar Mishra. The second one is Impact Evaluation of Mundan and Yugapavit Sanskar on Psychological, Societal, and Environmental Dimensions by authors Aditya Pandey, Prashant Singh, Abhinav Negi, and Sudhir Kumar. The next theme is Indian linguistics. The poster that has won is Revisiting Vakya Padya Towards Developing the Indian Theories of Linguistics and Cognitive Sciences by author Jayashree Anand Gajjam. The next theme is Role of Indian Languages in the Promotion of IKS. The winner poster title is Exploring Multilingual Communication, Promoting Traditional Knowledge Dissemination in India. The author name is Paramnanda Barman, Momita Mazumdar, Ragul M.R. and Charulata. I remind you all once again, only the presenter is supposed to come on stage and get the award. The next theme is New Universal Sociological Models based on Indic emic perspective. The poster that has won, first poster is A Positive Approach to Brahmacharya to Help Prepare Modern Youth Toward Developing a Prosperous and Fulfilled Society by Soham Chakravarti and Sri Lal Raghuveer Ram Singh. The second poster that has won in this theme is Indic Remodeling of Contemporary Ideas on Human Rights Commitment with the Theory of Purush Shastra. The author is Ila Sudan. The last theme is Health, Wellness and Psychology, Indian Perspective. In this theme, 4 posters have won the Best Poster Title Awards. The first poster is Mental Health and Mental Applications, a Buddhist Perspective by Tanvi Behera. The second poster is Ayurjanam, Exploring Ayurveda Using Knowledge Graphs. The authors are Rishik Tardalkar, Vishakha Delungar, and Arnab Bhattacharya. The third poster is The Relationship Between Novel Prana Experiences to the Human Nature Connection and Mood, a sham-controlled randomized trial. The authors are Vinu, Shrikant N. Joyce, Mahesh P.A., Sandhya T., Nagendra Prasad K. and Rupa N. The last poster title in this theme that has been awarded the Best Poster Award is by authors Kavita Bakshi and Anurag Varshne. The poster title is Effect of Yogic Intervention in Patients with Knee Osteoarthritis. osteoarthritis condition, Indian ways to manage the global burden of disease. Thank you to all the dignitaries and congratulations to all the awardees. I now invite Professor T.G. Sitharam from the Ministry of Education.
Namaste. Very silent. I think you're all hungry. I'm waiting for lunch. Namaskar to everyone. Very good afternoon to all of you. Professor K.K. Pant, Director, IIT Roorkee. Professor Durgesh Pant, Director General, Uttarakhand State Council for Science and Technology. Professor Raghavendra Rao, Director, CCRYN. Professor Anil K. Gauri Shetty, convener of this conference. Professor Ganti Murthy, who is the coordinator of Indian Knowledge System at AICTE. And all the distinguished people of the dais, faculty of IIT Roorkee, and all the delegates for this G20 University Connect Program National Youth Conference on Indian Knowledge System. And all of you know that it is in coordination with IKS Division of AICTE and also Central Sanskrit University, New Delhi, and CCRYN, Ministry of Ayush, and University of Patanjali, Haridwar, and IIT RAA. So it gives a great pleasure to be here today in front of you for this valedictory function of this National Youth Conference on Indian Knowledge System. It couldn't be a better place than IIT Roorkee, which celebrated 175 years of completion last year, 2022. Being a civil engineer, how much of IIT Roorkee has contributed, we all know. It has actually started with the canal system which you see around Roorkee. Okay. Basically, it was a canal engineering that time. And today, IIT Roorkee has become a multidisciplinary research university, ranking in the top 1 to 10 of the NIR ranking. Also, another very important place to have an Indian Knowledge System conference is because we are in Devabhumi. It's a very pious place where we can deliberate on what we should be doing in the Amrit Kal. Friends, we are all witnessing a developed India. Already, you saw India is on the moon. Many speakers also mentioned it. It's such a landmark achievement with just $75 million, which is close to about 650 crores. We're able to put both Vikram lander and Pragyan on the moon, and it is all functioning well. And let us give a standing ovation to the scientists of ISRO. Please get up. I think, it requires. Thank you. It is an amazing event which we all witnessed just 2 days back. Everything is functioning well. Friends, it's a dream which is on the path to become, we have witnessed the reality already by putting our lander as well as the Pragyan on the moon. Because Bharat is a vision to achieve the milestones and ascend to new heights like this ones, like what we have witnessed today. So this should happen in every sector. Then only we can become the third largest economy in the world, as our Honorable Prime Minister has already assured us we will be the third largest economy in next 5 years to come. We are already the 5th largest one. The core to accomplish this stands in the interest of an educated India. And that too, in the time of Amrit Kal, our focus is to transform the education system with a holistic approach. Who is at the centerpiece? The students, the young people of India, which Professor Pant was highlighting to you. 60% of our population is very young, aspiring to study, becoming. So today we have only gross enrollment ratio of 27%, but we have a goal of making it 50%. But remember, many of the developed countries have more than 90% of educated class. Enroot, educate and empower. That's the slogan or theme of the National Education Policy 2020. We have completed 3 years of its implementation. Just on July 29th, we had a very big event celebrated in Delhi. This is to build an education system rooted in Indian ethos. That's where we are sitting here to discuss on education, Indian education system. You looking at from the Indian knowledge systems. Indian ethos that contributes directly to transforming India by providing high quality education to all, thereby making India a global knowledge superpower. We are already there in the number 4 slot in the space. Okay, you saw, you heard, and you keep listening to that also every day now. During the Amrit Kal, what is Amrit Kal? That's a fantastic time as per, our ancient documentation, and already my Honorable Prime Minister keeps on talking about Amrit Kal. So we are in an excellent time where we can do fantastic things, which was never done before. It's a golden time. So during this Amrit Kal, measures taken to ensure high quality education and the leadership for the next 25 years, when India completes its 100 year of independence. That is in 2047. Various transformative initiations we have taken at All India Council for Technical Education as well. So some of you who doesn't know about AICTE would like to tell you, All India Council for Technical Education was an advisory body started in 1945 before India's independence to the British government. And it remained as an advisory body until 1987. 87, it was given a statutory position, or what you call as a regulator, because a large number of engineering colleges started mushrooming in southern part of India. So that time the government said that there should be the first 5 chairmen of AICTE were the cabinet minister of MHRD that time, and today Ministry of Education. And the first chairman of AICTE also came from this institute, University of Roorkee, Professor Khanna. First full-time chairman actually came from this institute. So AICTE has taken a very transformative reforms like graded accreditation, graded autonomy to the institution, one nation, one data platform, so that the repetitive things have been reduced, and periodic assessment and accreditation as an vision in NEP 2020, and ways to have dynamic education which can actually cater to the demands of the industry, society, and self-reliance, creativity and originality. And also to impart 21st century skills to the young people, developing critical thinking and problem solving, and also to build a research and innovation ecosystem in the country. Industry, academia collaboration and research support system. A lot of activities actually, our programs have been, more than 50 programs have been AICTE has in all these areas. So some of you, I request you to look at for more details, because you're all hungry, I know. You have to go for lunch. So better to look at the AICTE website. There are a lot of landmark initiatives taken up. Overall, our focus is on implementation of National Education Policy 2020, which is being done to make India the knowledge capital of the world. AICTE has outlined its vision for Amrit Kal to provide the best education in the world, at least in the STEM areas, promoting innovation, startups, entrepreneurship, research-based education, and list goes on. The vision for Amrit Kal includes education in mother tongue. A lot of activity has happened at AICTE, whether it is technical book writing or programs in mother tongue, whether it is a diploma or engineering. Now we have started more than 80 institutions are offering today the diploma in engineering full programs in mother tongue, like Tamil, Kannada, Telugu, Malayalam, and then Hindi, large number of institutions in Hindi. So very, very important, ladies and gentlemen, otherwise we'll forget our language. AICTE has also developed textbooks. All these technical books for diploma in engineering was developed by none other than professors of IIT, NITs, and all the top-notch institutions in the country. Okay, and they're not run-of-the-mill textbooks. They are all outcome-based education textbooks because we have a signatory to the world body. So here, the language is very, very important. And there, I think even in the Indian knowledge system, language has to be a very prioritized topic. Without Sanskrit, we cannot unearth many of these things which are hidden or forgotten. So I actually went to recently to Lonavala. There is a INS Shivaji, a Navy institute, offering programs, both master's programs and earlier it was also bachelor program. When I went there, they took me to the museum. When I witnessed that museum, the history of the entire museum was maybe about 150 years, and they were so proud to show that. I only asked a simple question. As Indians, we never sailed before. Because Rajaraja Chola went up to Indonesia and built, and even Cambodia, the temples which are built there. That means we were, I think, vibrant sailors. But somehow, in the last 400, 500 or 300 years, we have lost all that, forgotten. So I think, we need to rewrite some of these textbooks. And that's the major, I think, request I have for the Indian knowledge system. We have to bring back the things which we have forgotten or due to some reason or the other, the way we project it, everything what we have done in the science is only in the last 200 years. I think that should go. I think we should at least scientifically evaluate it. I'm not saying that we should simply write something. We should scientifically evaluate, look at, and today's sessions, at least what they've read out, that's fantastic sessions. And the themes were selected by IIT Roorkee team as well as under the guidance of AICTE IKS system were fantastic. And in such events should happen more and more. Friends, India's vision for Amrit Kaal is not just limited to being self-sufficient and self-reliant. You have heard Honorable Prime Minister when he said, we have landed on the moon. He said, this is for the world. This is not just for India. We talked about Vishwagurus. So I feel we should also become Vishwadatas. I think that's our culture. That is in the blood actually, whether you like it or not. It is there, inherently hidden, but that hidden things we need to bring it out, to show it to the society. That is happening in the only last 5-6 years, what we have seen. So our goal as a human beings is to establish this Vishwadata concept into the whole world. That is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, is already mentioned by many of my speakers earlier. So to do this, all the young people who are assembled here in this hall should be committed to positions India's education system as a top destination for students worldwide. So which, we had actually institutes, universities like that, Nalanda and many other institutions. So that should come back. So we have to attract talent, fostering cultural exchange, contributing to the growth, and finally it's to the knowledge economy. Friends, India has a long history of knowledge that has continued unbroken like the Ganges River. Just, here. The Mother Ganga is so sacred to all of us. Okay? So from the Vedas to Sri Aurobindo, knowledge has been the focus of the research in India. It is well documented that Vedas, Vedangas, Upanishads, Smritis, Shastras, epics of Ramayana, Mahabharata, treatises in various philosophical schools, and practical disciples like yoga. We heard beautiful lecture by Madam just now. Vedanta and Vedic sciences are still applicable in the modern world in several ways. We heard also from Professor Raghavendra some of these effects. And he didn't, I thought he will express his Antarctic expedition also. We didn't hear. He went to Antarctic and sat there and trained all those researchers. That's a fantastic, effort where how yoga intervention helped them who are in the expedition. Needless to say, the contribution of India to human knowledge is plenty. And what better time than the occasion of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav? We have completed 75 years of independence. Commemorating, we are actually waiting to see the 100-year. Many of the young people who are going to see that, many of us may not be there. But all of you definitely would be part of that 100-year celebration of India. So here, we need to concentrate and focus of our effort to make India great again. For the upliftment of any individual, or his or her roots must be very strong. To conserve these roots, one should know about the Indian knowledge system. The core of the Indian knowledge system is it connects you with yourself, your community, and the creation at large. Importantly, it provides a praxis in the form of yoga, Ayurveda, and rituals that allows the knowledge to be practiced in a simplified and distilled manner by the larger populace. Imbibing and practicing this knowledge will be the key trait of aspiring leaders of the future. So young people, please look at that. You have to have one component in your goal of education as the Indian knowledge system. Believe all our systems and institutions need to be rooted in our civilizational ethos. We need Swaraj to make India a global power yet again. This needs a thorough study grounded in the Indian knowledge system. At this time, I would like to quote, I think without these quotes of Swami Vivekananda, none of these speeches will be complete. Swami said, education is the manifestation of perfection already existing in man. The education system today must be designed to blossom the true potential of the student, not for the atomized individual serving the industrialized world. Our education system must not limit us, but expand us to the end, and the solution of a new education system lies in the Indian knowledge system. I think this is clear emphasis of this entire 3 days event which you had. Fantastic. I congratulate every one of you who have contributed to this feat of spreading the word of Indian knowledge system. Friends, another important thing is teaching and learning. So we have already witnessed a global change in the way, because particularly pandemic taught us, teacher's role is not just coming to the classroom and complete the syllabus. It's most of the curriculum and the way you deliver that through pedagogical approaches. Actually, to quote our own Jnana Praptika Stotra, a student learns 1/4 from its teacher, 1/4 from his intelligence, and 1/4 from the passage of time, and 1/4 from his peers. It is not exactly 1/4. You don't give attention to it. What is very important is he is going to learn from his teacher little, but the majority of the learning happens through his peers, through the passage of time, the way the technology develops and the new things will be introduced to him, and also through his own intelligence. Self-learning is very critical, important. That is the emphasis of the national education policy. You need to learn yourself. That's why even AICTE and UGC has made 40% of the courses you can through SWAYAM, so that you can learn at your pace slowly and also get credited to that. So I hope all these new steps through the national education policy puts you in a better place. And I wish that all of you the very well. And I'm very happy to be part of this conference, which is for the youth of the nation. So with these few words, thank you very much for patiently listening to me. Congratulations to all of you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Namaskar.
Thank you, Professor Sitharam. I would now request Professor K.K. Pant Director IIT Roorkee, to felicitate the chief guest and the guests of honor. Thank you, Professor Pant. We all know the attitude of gratitude is the key virtue embedded in Indian culture. To deliver the vote of thanks, I would like to invite Professor Anil Kumar Gorishetty.
Thank you, Kushi. So to organize a conference at this scale, you can easily imagine how much work is supposed to be done and needs to be done during the conference also. There are many tasks which have to be done even the conference is over. But as a customary, in this vote of thanks, let me try to cover as many individuals, groups, and organizations which helped this conference in having a successful events. So first of all, I'd like to thank Professor T.G. Sitharam, Chairman AICTE, for gracing this occasion as a chief guest, for spending his valuable time and guiding us with his words of wisdom, how to take this IKS activities forward. IKS Division under AICTE is constant supporter of IKS activities at IIT Roorkee. And guests of honor, Professor Raghavendra Rao and Professor Durgesh Pant, thank you so much for spending your valuable time with us on this Sunday. And Professor Kamal Kishore Pant, Director of our IIT Roorkee, constant supporter for IKS activities in the institute, and Dean Academic Affairs, though he is not available today, Professor Apurva Kumar Sharma, who took a lead in constituting the G20 committee at IIT Roorkee. And G20 committee has been given permission to organize this IKS National Youth Conference as part of G20 University Connect program. And the organizing committee strongly feels that we really mean when we say University Connect program. So when I say that after the conference is also over, the organizing committee is not going to leave you. So please be in touch and we will make you be in touch. We have to do many more things. It is not the end of the conference. It may be on paper end of the conference, but it is the beginning of many, many new things. So please be in touch. Okay. And you must have seen organizing committee and the institute has not charged a single rupee from the participants as per the guidelines received from the IKS division. So when there is no registration fee, at the same time conference has to happen. So Dhanalakshmi, money, of course, it is required. So thanks you so much to the IIT Roorkee for sponsoring, for giving partial fund to the G20 committee, and IKS division for supporting in terms of travel and many other logistics. Central Sanskrit University, New Delhi, who also sponsored very supportively. And then University of Patanjali. For the first time, even though just 12 kilometers from here, I have gone to meet Acharya Balakrishna ji, who is a chancellor of, vice chancellor of University of Patanjali. They also have supported not only in terms of money, but also logistically by providing poster boards and also sending the teams for cultural programs. And most importantly, the contribution from Professor Katia, who helped us a lot in providing the reviewers. You have seen 200 plus posters to evaluate how many reviewers are required. And we do understand the difficulties many participants might have faced in poster sessions. Please forgive us. We try to do our level best. But I take this opportunity to thank Professor Katia for providing wonderful reviewers to evaluate the posters. Thank you so much. And transport section of IIT Roorkee, civil office, electrical office, security office, and computer center people, Deepak ji and his friend, please stand up. Throughout these days, see, it might be a weekend, for all of us, but we have mental prepared to be here. But those people, they didn't spend time with their family throughout the days, yesterday and today, right? So they have spent a lot of time in arranging the video recording of all events, which will be uploaded in YouTube very soon, and live telecast of inaugural session is already available. And this inaugural, valedictory session, live telecast is also going on. It also will be available in the YouTube after the session is over. Thank you so much, Computer Center team and Mr. Mikesh Kumar, under whose guidance these team members have worked. And caretaker of this MAC auditorium, Vinit ji, आप है पास में? रात को सबसे लास्ट में जाने वाला कौन है? ये मैक ऑडिटोरियम का केयरटेकर, मिस्टर विनीत. ही इज नॉट अराउंड. Please give him a big round of applause. And also to the security guards who helped all of us in organizing these exhibitions and all those things very nicely. And I thank all the speakers, panelists, and the moderator of panel discussion, Professor Namesh Bolia, and experts who conducted workshops and experts who helped in evaluation of all posters, and organizations who exhibited their different contents in terms of books and exhibits. Sanskrit Promotion Foundation, Samskrita Bharati, National Book Trust, and many other groups and organizations, individuals, they have helped us in making this book exhibition richer and richer. And we have fine arts section at IIT Roorkee. You might have enjoyed the very good quality paintings, which were painted by IIT Roorkee students as part of this G20 program. Thank you so much, fine arts section, for taking out your paintings and exhibiting here for these 3 days. And organizing committee members. You have seen the website, 27 faculty members. Naming everyone will take a lot of time. If we have to go to snacks time, but I will quickly take few names. Professor Vishwendra Punia, playing an instrumental role in choosing the themes of the conference. What are 12 themes you have learned? You have heard. So Professor Punia has an instrumental role in deciding those themes. And transport and stay, everything was guided under his supervision. And volunteers under the supervision of Professor Vishwendra Punia, they helped you a lot in arranging the stay. Thank you so much, Professor Punia. And Professor Soham Chakravarti, when participants started sending the abstracts, we were expecting not more than 150 to 200. Kaun bhejega IKS mein abstracts mein. But Murthy was saying, don't worry, 100 to 150 to pakka milega aapko. ठीक है, IIT Roorkee नाम देख के शायद और कुछ आएगा हम सोच रहे थे. But we received 450 plus abstracts, and it was a humongous task to review them and communicating the things. There were some delays in sending the communications. Soham Chakravarti Mahodaya, Ekavaram Uttishthatu, please. Yes. So abstract evaluation, reviewing, and poster session, all organizing those things. And one of the important things, food. Professor Falguni Patanaik, are you around? Okay, now he's busy. He's waiting for all of us. So please thank Professor Falguni Patanaik, Department of HSS, Economics Professor, for help arranging food, all of us. And Professor Pavan Satanuri, he who recently joined IIT Roorkee as a faculty member. He is a computational linguistics and also has command over Panini Ashtadhyayi for his valuable help in organizing this conference. And many other faculty members, it's difficult to take their names. I really thank to each and everyone for their help. Professor P.K. Jha for helping in this exhibitions very nicely. Thank you so much. And thanks to each and everyone who made this conference a successful event. Last but not least, participants. Amazing participation. And I have heard from many colleagues that not in many conferences we have this kind of attendance. Professor Ravindra, I think you might have told, right? So starting from inaugural session to valedictory session, having this kind of participation is really motivating to the organizing committee and to the institute. And this also reminds us that we really have to work hard. As I said, this is a beginning of a new era, not only for IIT Roorkee, I am sure for Bharat in general. Thank you. Jai Bharat, Jai Hind.
Thank you, Professor Anil. Now I request the cultural team of IIT Roorkee to come for the national anthem.
विनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा कब शुभ नामे जागे कब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Sorry for the inconvenience. I hope you will forgive me. Please give a big round of applause to the all student volunteers on the stage management and transport and stay. Okay. And as I said, very soon we'll be sharing a Google form with all of you. And please respond to that Google form. And we are trying to build up a network among all the universities, colleges in terms of IKS discussions and research. Thank you so much.
Just on behalf of the IKS Division, I would like to request all of you to give a big round of applause to Professor Anil Kumar Gauri-Shetty, without whom this would have been absolutely impossible. So he's been a constant supporter of IKS in every way possible. So he really deserves, and we hope that he inspires many more professors across IITs and big institutions to take up such a work.
I invite you all for the Shanti Mantra. Please join us.
Requesting all of you to repeat after me. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramayah. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Thank you all for making this conference a success. Now we invite all of you to join us